Yo, imagine you're chilling in your backyard, looking up at the stars, and you realize you're being watched by a visitor that's been walking toward your house for, 7 billion years. This thing is older than the sun, older than the earth, and it straight up doesn't give a damn about our laws of physics. We're talking about 3I/8less, the third interstellar visitor to ever crash our solar system's private party. But here's where it gets absolutely wild. When the Black Vault, the goats of FOIA requests, asked the CIA for the receipts on this space rock, the agency didn't just say, "We don't know." They hit them with the GLOMAR. They literally said, "We can neither confirm nor deny the existence or non-existence of records regarding this object." Hold up. Since when is a natural comet a matter of national security? Since when is a frozen snowball classified as top secret? Buckle up, because today we're diving into why 3I/8less isn't just a comet. It's a glitch in the matrix that the suits in DC are desperate to keep under wraps. This is the real tea on the most illegal object in the sky. Back in December 2025, while everyone was busy arguing on X or trying to find a PS6, 3I/8less gapped it into our neighborhood. Now, we've seen Oumuamua and Borisov before, but Atlas was flexing. First off, the composition was totally whack. Most comets around here are basically dirty ice cubes. But when scientists scanned Atlas, they were like, wait, where's the water? This thing was pumping out massive amounts of CO2 like a cosmic semi-truck. But then it got weirder. Physics 101 says a comet's tail always points away from the sun because of solar wind. It's like hair blowing in the wind, right? But Atlas had an anti-tail. It was pointing at the sun. The internet went into a literal meltdown. People were like, yo, that's not a tail, that's an exhaust pipe. Scientists tried to cap and say it was just a radiation crust, basically a cosmic sunburn. But then the Hubble Space Telescope caught something that basically broke the telescope's brain. Hubble used this rotational gradient filter, which is just a fancy way of saying they took the blur out. And they saw 3 distinct jets of gas shooting out of the core. And get this, they formed a perfect geometric triangle. In nature, stuff is messy. Nature doesn't do perfect triangles. That's engineering. That's a design choice. If you see a flaming triangle moving at 50 kilometers per second, you don't think ice cube, you think V8 engine. Now, this is where we go full detective mode. Enter John Greenwald from the Black Vault. This guy has spent his whole life prying documents out of the government's cold, dead hands. He filed a request to see what the CIA was saying behind closed doors about 8less. And the response he got? It was a total no-cap red flag. The CIA claimed that the very existence of records about 3I/8less is currently and properly classified. Let that sink in. If I find a rock in the woods, the CIA doesn't care. If NASA finds a moon of Jupiter, it's on Instagram in 10 minutes. But if this specific interstellar object shows up, it becomes a sources and methods intelligence issue. Why would the CIA be involved unless Atlas was sending out something we weren't supposed to hear? The strategy here is obvious. Controlled narrative. SETI, the guys who look for aliens, said they didn't find any radio techno-signatures. But let's be real. If you're a civilization that's been around for 10 billion years, are you really using radio? That's like trying to find a Wi-Fi signal using a tin can and a string. Maybe Atlas wasn't broadcasting to us. Maybe it was broadcasting to them. Or maybe it was just a dead drone from a war that happened 5 billion years ago, and our government is trying to figure out how to reverse engineer the crust for new stealth tech. Let's talk about the age gap. Scientists say 3I/8less is roughly 7 billion years old. That is insane. This thing was cruising through the void of space before our sun was even a thing. It came from the galactic core, the busiest, most crowded part of the Milky Way, and it spent billions of years soaking in cosmic rays. The official story is that it developed a radiation crust that kept it dormant. But conspiracy theorists and some low-key rogue scientists think it's a sleeper cell theory. The idea is that Atlas was a pre-programmed probe. It was designed to stay dark for billions of years until it hit a specific heat signature, Like, oh, I don't know, a yellow G-type star, like our sun. Once it hit the sweet spot, the heat cracked the shell, the triangular engines kicked in, and it did a flyby of the inner planets to collect data. Think about it. It gapped past Mars, did a quick vibe check on Earth, and then, poof, it's headed back into the dark. It didn't orbit, it didn't stop. It was a drive-by, a 7-billion-year-old drive-by. And the CIA is acting like a toxic ex-partner, holding onto the phone records. They won't show us the data because the data probably shows that Atlas wasn't just tumbling, it was navigating. Think about the anti-tail again. If you have a ship with a heat shield on the front, and you're venting heat or propellant toward the sun to slow down or change course, what would that look like to a telescope on Earth? It would look like a sun-facing tail. It would look exactly like 3S/8less. We're being told it's outgassing, but it looks a lot more like a braking maneuver. And why the secrecy? If the government admitted that an alien probe just did a 180-degree turn in our backyard, the stock market would delete itself. Society would have a collective NPC moment. So instead, they give us the neither confirm nor deny and hope we stop asking questions before the thing reaches the Kuiper Belt and disappears forever. But the game has changed. 3I/Atlas is gapping it now. It's moving away from the sun, heading back into the empty void. We probably won't see it again until we're all long gone. But NASA is building the Vera Rubin telescope in Chile right now. This thing is going to be a high-res beast that scans the entire sky every few nights. Scientists are low-key scared because they know Atlas wasn't a one-off. They expect to find thousands more of these things. The question is, what happens when the next one doesn't just pass through? What if the next one stops? What if the next one is 10 billion years old and decides our planet looks like a nice place to set up a base? 3I/. Atlas showed us that the universe is way more crowded and way older than we're ready to admit. The government can gatekeep the files. They can hit us with the classified BS all day, but they can't hide the sky. Next time you look up at a shooting star, just remember, that might not be a rock. That might be a 7-billion-year-old drone just doing its job. Is it a comet or a craft? Is the CIA hiding the biggest discovery in human history or just being extra? Drop a comment below. Give me your wildest theories. Are we being watched? Or is space just trippy? Stay woke, stay curious, and don't believe everything the suits tell you. The truth is still out there, buried under a pile of redacted documents, and neither confirm nor deny excuses. Peace out.